Good morning, this is the old mechanic and we're here another day in my shed. What are we gonna do today? Well, today we're gonna do a brake fluid change in the front and in the rear of a BMW F800GS. I'm gonna show you how easy it is for you to do your own maintenance. That's what my channel is all about. And what do we need? Well, of course we need brake fluid. This is Castrol brake fluid .4. Then we need a homemade container. Easy, just a hose to attach it to the caliper. We need a spanner, 11 mil, and to cycle the ABS pump we need the motor scan app, we need the cable for it, and of course we need the OBD2 interface. This is the Uni car scan. It works flawless with the motor scan app. Now, let's start. Come over and I'm going to show you. First thing we're going to do is get the bike straight up. First we're going to cover everything with towels because brake fluid is very aggressive. Cover as much as you can. It's really important. The next thing we're going to do is lower the brake fluid. Just to pump it out at a caliper. Gonna use that one. That's also easy. First thing we're gonna do, get the rubber cap off. Yes. Then give it a quick hop, smack, so you know it's loose. Okay. Get the hose on. It's so easy. Make sure that my thing doesn't fall. Hang it over there. Now let's see. We can see right away if bubbles comes out. So we're gonna, yep, a bit. See them coming. Oh, much more, and more again, and more. Whoa. Okay. See, a lot of bubbles coming out, which is not good. Air in your brake system is never good. Yeah, oh, watch. Okay, now enough out. Now we're going back to the reservoir. BMW, in all their wisdom, made some sort of a locking system into the cap. So, a lot of moisture. I'm gonna zoom in. Wow! There is a lot of moisture in the cap, and in here is even more. Quickly clean. Ta-da! So now, first thing I always do with these kinds of blocking stuff is sand those pins off. Here you can see them, and there too. So in the future, when you want to add some brake fluid or whatever, it's easy to get the lid off. So let's do that first. Over there we have my sanding machine. Even safety glasses. And now carefully. Now they are off. Well, you might say, now everybody can unscrew the cap, old mechanic. Well, that's true. But then again, on the rear reservoir there isn't a blocking system. So everybody can unscrew that too. Let's go. So we got this off and nicely cleaned. Now the lid with all the moisture, give it a nice clean too. Okay, then now it's gonna be very difficult. Because this rubber, what I call membrane thing. Now watch. Gonna show you. Look inside. Give it a really good clean too. It is so easy. All you need is toilet paper. So then we're gonna turn it inside out. Inside out. Hop, hop, hop. Good. Then we get it in its original form, and that's like this. Be sure that it's well cleaned, but you can leave that to the old mechanic. Okay, this. Okay. I have another thing to say. You know my opinion about dealer maintenance by now, that it's not done up to my level, and this bike is no exception to that rule. He bought it this summer, has 6,800 kilometers on the odometer, and he bought it on a Saturday. And the dealer said, come back next week so we can inspect and change the oil and the brake fluid and have it a full inspection before you can take it onto the road. Now, this is that kind of maintenance dealers do. If you look in here, it's terrible. Come on over, I'm going to show you. This is the reservoir, and it's already turned into some sort of a milky stuff. Oh, perhaps I can stir it a bit. Have a screwdriver. See? Oh my God! What is this? What is this? This is terrible. Oh, this I never saw. It's, don't know what it is. If you know it, please put it in the comments. But this stuff you don't want to have in your brake lines. But then again, watch. Now this is dealer maintenance, guys. Sorry for all the good ones that are out there, and I'm sure there are, but this is not good. Brakes are a safety issue. If you following my channel, which I really appreciate, but if you let this kind of things happen, please go to another channel with brakes, calipers, brake lines, fluid. Don't cheap out on it. Don't compromise. I rather drive with bad petrol as I would be cheap on maintaining my brakes. I'm gonna tell you why. If there is bad petrol in your gas tank, you might stand somewhere in the middle of somewhere down the road, cursing at your bike who has stalled and stopped. But when your brakes don't function, in the best case, you opening your eyes in a hospital. In the best case, huh? So guys, never ever be cheap on your brakes. It's so easy. I have shown it to you many times, and now again, it saves you a lot of money, and you don't need special tools. At least, yeah, you need to buy the motor scan app. So what are we gonna do now? We're gonna suck out this terrible stuff. I got this one, and well, a little bit of paper, and then squeeze it. Oh my God, what's this? It's creamy stuff, a bit like greasy. I think this is a real old. Oh jongens. Now we're gonna give it a really good clean, because all that greasy old stuff is still on the bottom. when you do this every year, changing your brake fluid, you don't have to do this. Just then it's easy to clean, as it's not that this filthy. This was, I'm not sure what it was. So, okay, now that's good. I have put some in this container thing. Now spray it in carefully so you don't have too much bubbles, and then now it's easy. Squeeze the brake, and when it's on pressure, and then up, up, up. This takes a while because this bike has ABS, so it has a longer brake line. Going to the handle first to the ABS and then back to the caliper. Keep looking at the reservoir, at the level. So I'm gonna, there is still bubbles coming out over here. Okay, so here we go. Now we're going to do the other caliper. Very easy too. Close this one. Then do it like this, lay it down. I can get my spanner off because this might leak a bit, but watch, if you keep it up, so, perfect. Now we go to the other side of the moon. So, over here we're going to do the same. The rubber cap is off. Then we first give this bad boy a quick, oops, wrong, up, so like this, so you know it's opened. This one hang over here. Up. Put the hose on the bleeding screw. Now I'm gonna do the same. Squeeze. I hope you can see it. I think my arm is in the way. Can't cut it off. Up. A lot of bubbles. Hopefully, wait, try this angle. Perhaps that's better for you. So, in this configuration, it is one brake line going from the ABS module to the left caliper, and from there it's with another brake line to this caliper. Well, that whole system I already renewed the brake fluid. So actually it's now only from that side to this side. But yeah, this is perfect. Okay. Yep, brake is nicely feeling hard. Much harder than my GS. I think my GS has some other ABS module. It always feels like there is a bit of air trapped into it. But I can assure you that isn't. The guy, he brakes like, yeah, he brakes really good, but it doesn't feel as hard as this one does. So, well done, BMW. So, now we do the same. First, get the spanner off, then carefully rotate the hose, hold it down, up, and get it out of the way. So, now